Rewards and incentives.
Carrot and the stick.
Do you want to do one-word answers?
Praise. Chocolate. Bribes. Questionable.
Could be monetary.
Not a bag of sweets.
Pat on the back.
Get off. Just throw it in at the end and we'll see if I can come back to it.
No, I'm surprised often by the rewards that do work.
Learning is a reward in itself, isn't it?
Education itself should be its own reward.
It's worth a try.
And have I've done it again.
Happy learning environment. For students to feel valued.
Keep things personal, know your students well.
Making sure everyone has a chance to excel and get a pat on the back.
Yes.
Yes, it is important.
Yeah, very much so. Sort of.
Definitely have to think about the age when you're giving out any rewards.
Something we would offer to Year 7 would probably not be quite as appropriate if it was in Year 11.
Because
a 15-year-old appreciates different things than an 11-year-old.
I think everyone's ready. Bleat if you're ready.
Come up with an example.
The younger ones always love the merits, and I'm happy to sign off merits in their planners.
Year 7s do like stickers, and
they're quite into whatever reward system that the school do.
Every Friday morning we have the Smarties.
My Year 7s, for example, they love anything that's tangible.
Every tutor nominates one person who's done something really good that week, and they go up and they get a nice little box of Smarties, and they really enjoy it.
different things motivate different age students.
Key Stage 4, I think it's more personal.
Trips, anything like that, tend to be good.
The Year 11s are slightly more jaded.
When you get to Year 11, the pupils still love the stickers, even though they don't cash them in for the prizes.
Year 11 pupils don't want a sticker on them saying excellent job today.
On the point system, the more points they get, the cheaper their ticket is to the prom at the end of the academic year.
With Year 10,
postcards home for the older ones are really, well, for all, but for the older ones that's a better key feature.
I think the upper school are probably less impressed with a merit.
By the time the students get halfway through Year 8, the majority of them are fairly cynical about the system.
Sometimes that's just a cover. They're really just as secretly happy to get a reward.
Whatever the form of praise and whatever your age, whether you're 2 or 80, everybody likes a bit of praise. Absolutely important to be consistent.
Oh, it's massive. Consistency is everything.
There does have to be a perceived consistency, and if there isn't, they are extremely, quite rightly, quick to point this out. It is the one thing.
You don't want to hear it's not fair.
So if I keep moving as well, everyone will feel really nauseous when they're watching it online.
Yes, you have to be consistent.
It can cause a lot of grief, not only amongst the student body, but with some very irate parents. Crikey, that's an interesting question. Can you put it in a context?
Certainly don't want to be changing the playing field so that students don't know where they are.
I keep a record of what they've got and why they've got it.
They'll be coming to you saying, well, you did this for so-and-so and you didn't do it for me, and it's not fair.
They will catch on and they will start to play the system with you.
I also know which teacher's giving out the points, so which teachers are working with the system, which ones aren't, which ones need reminding.
Make sure everything is always the same.
You've got to remember your own and the school's policies.
Inconsistency is the death knell of good order and good practice.
Praise postcards.
It gets posted home. Text parents.
Parents get the good news first.
Phone home.
Rely on the students to tell their parents. Parents' evening.
Parents are a vital part of the equation.
We've got a text system in the school.
Parents need to know how their children are getting on.
Definitely.
They will just get a small text message that day saying that a daughter or son has had a good lesson or done some good work, and it's an immediate feedback there, so the parent will know probably before the student gets home that evening.
I think it can double the reward.
I think it's important to keep parents informed.
Some parents will be absolutely delighted when their children come home with a certificate. They'll put it up on the fridge or somewhere on display for everyone to see, and they'll be very proud of that. Others might not be that interested.
Quite difficult if perhaps there isn't any enthusiasm or keenness from the parent from that point of view.
Different homes will value the reward systems in a different way.
Probably call the parent in and try to get some, mention what's happening, and perhaps that it's very important for them to get involved.
They like it. It's little things that the kids actually like when they come the next day. Oh, miss, you phoned home. You know, they actually appreciate it, that their work's being acknowledged.
Students love to be praised. Parents love to hear nice things about their children.
If the parents love it and the pupils love it, get everybody on board.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
Yes.
You've got to know your pupils.
It's very important to know the students.
It does really help if you know a class well.
I think you do need to know your students.
What will motivate them and what won't.
I suppose it helps.
We do a lot of work with our students, asking them what they feel is a reward.
Talk to them, basically.
One way of rewarding one pupil wouldn't fit with another.
Some students know or they work best when you reward them immediately for what they've done.
You need to reward something that perhaps they wouldn't do on a day-to-day basis.
I think if you know a student well, then I think you know what they want and what they will work hard for.
Some students enjoy praise when it's in front of everybody else. Some just like the quiet pat on the back, well done in the corridor.
Some pupils, they love it, pronging up the dung heap.
There are situations where if you know a student, it really does make a difference. And
there's a young girl in one of my classes who, if I didn't know her, I would reward her for the amount of work she's done.
You know that there are some students who make a particular achievement.
However, I know that she's higher, she's of a higher ability and is capable of much more.
That requires an enormous amount of input and creativity on their part that comes easily to somebody else. So of course you are going to draw attention to that, and that of course requires an underpinning knowledge of the student.
So I know that I should push her more in order to give her rewards for the work.
Knowing your pupil that's in front of you is a great asset.
Money.
Tricky.
I'm not a great lover of that.
No.
I don't think I'd give money.
No.
Expensive? No.
iPods and things like that, yeah.
I don't think we give away iPods and bicycles, but
No rewards are cash.
I'm sure they'd love it if we did.
But I personally wouldn't use cash.
I can't imagine sort of waving a £5 in front of a class and saying, if you get the question right, this is your... Do you know what I mean? It seems like I would find it quite a strange thing.
It would work for the student. I think the student would love that, but I think...
There is a danger of giving them cash that it might not be spent on what it was intended for.
I'm not totally against having material prizes, rewards for good achievement.
We offered a prize for the top team in the school of some high street vouchers.
I think a range is the important thing.
We'd rather give them vouchers.
Book tokens.
The top team were duly awarded their high street vouchers.
And they're not that sought after.
Amazon vouchers and book tokens, etc.
Then came up and said, oh, how much have I actually won? And when they were told how much, the look of disappointment on their face was not good.
I suppose in normal life, of course, we all expect to be rewarded with money, but at school it seems like a strange thing to do.
Was it an effective reward? I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't think it should be cash.
A thumbs up, yeah, but the smile is better.
Because everyone responds to a positive.
It works with everybody, it doesn't just work with teenagers.
Everybody likes praise.
Absolutely massive.
Right, so what we're doing, praise?
Praise works exceptionally well, and that don't cost a bean.
It is a good thing.
Praise works very well.
Oh, confidence.
Pupils will only give you their best when they think you care about them.
It's giving them that attention.
And the more you praise them, the more they think that you care about them.
You do actually care about their work and their progress.
Thank you.
Some of them are more comfortable with it than others.
The older ones in particular, you have to be very careful with. Maybe sometimes not in front of everybody. It's almost an embarrassment type thing that they're seen as being a swot because the teachers praise them up, and there are some pupils that really react badly like that.
You shouldn't praise the things that you expect students to do anyway, so...
If it's being used all the time, then I think it loses its value.
I'm not praised for the sake of being praised.
They know if you're just going around and saying, oh, that's really good, I really like that, but there's no sense of what it is you really like.
Praise is massive.
The best reward is
genuine, sincere praise where praise is due.
I think it propels us forward, makes us want to try harder.
Money, prizes, gifts, vouchers, they're all fine, they're all well and good, but my personal view is that they are almost like sugar on the cake. I'm not sure they've got any real calorific value.
I mean, the best reward ought to be, you know, a job well done.
Praise is top of the list.
We all like to hear that what we're doing is good.
that personal kind of, yes, you're acknowledged. I acknowledge that you have done something really good here and I am passing that on to you. I mean, that's worth so much more on the page of stickers.
The more praise, the harder they work. The harder they work, the more you're able to praise. Perfect situation, win-win.
Lots of stickers.
Credit system.
Merit points.
In my classroom, the rewards at work are...
I have an excellent stamp that you can get, which is a little dog with a halo.
Sometimes I bring Spanish sweets.
I do have a tin of goodies.
Particularly lower school.
Lots of stampers.
What rewards?
Something that the student wants, something that appeals to the student.
When the tin comes out, they're all like, ooh, we're having a prize today. I said, there might be.
Coal, but it's edible coal.
They'd love that whatever age.
Sorry. Best rewards.
Oh, I think you should ask the students that.
What is it that you would like to do? If I'm honest, very often they'd like to watch a film.
Verbal praise, that's always quite good. I quite work well on that. Someone gives me a pat on the back. Thank you very much, Miss Hodgson, that was good.
Emails.
Lots of praise.
Literally writing, this is an outstanding piece of coursework.
I do lots of emails to parents to say how their children are doing. Very easy, very quick.
They like to get home to a happy parent.
I think for a reward to be meaningful, you have to have done something, not extraordinary, but you have to have worked hard to get it.
If you don't keep up with the consistency,
Just giving merits out for the sake of it.
What doesn't work is...
That's an interesting question.
Something that the students aren't interested in.
Rewarding the wrong students.
The fact I forget to give them, I think, is the biggest thing that I personally do wrong.
Rewards go wrong when there's far too many of them.
Dishing out too many rewards, then yes, you know, they lose their value.
Rewards don't work if students don't feel they've worked hard for them.
I'm not going to go into the classroom and oh, that was wonderful, that was fantastic, when really there's no substance to those words.
Rewards that the students don't value.
Then they're not going to work hard for it.
They have to mean something.
What can go wrong with it?
Unfairly or inconsistently applied.
Rewards don't work.
Praise, using it in the wrong places or too often, you know, then that's not going to work either.
They need to feel that they've earned a reward and then they will be pleased to receive it and it will improve their performance or behaviour or work.
I think it is important to recognise when rewards should be given and make sure that you're consistent with them. Yeah, something perhaps I just need to work on a little bit more, but we're getting there.
Show me a teacher that does not reward 2 or 3 times the amount that they criticise, and I'll tell you they're not a teacher.